Welcome back, everyone. Let's talk about that $200 monthly stimulus boost for those who are on Social Security benefits. Can Joe Biden get this done? And can his plan fix Social Security benefits long term? We're going to talk about all of this in this video, but before we do, don't forget to like this video and subscribe. I'd also like to thank my sponsor, Webull. They've partnered with me to provide free stocks for my viewers, valued up to $1,800. It's completely free, and feel free to sell the stocks immediately to use the money if you'd like. All you have to do is open an account using the link that's in the description of this video. Okay, before we jump into that $200 monthly stimulus boost and Biden's plans to reform benefits long term, let's quickly talk about that third stimulus check. And let us know in the comments if you've already received that third stimulus check. The majority of people still have not received it, despite the fact that the IRS says they are ahead of schedule. Now, specifically, those who are on Social Security benefits are supposed to receive their third check through the same way they receive their benefits. Now, despite that, I've had a lot of people in the comments tell me that they received their third check via a different method, whether it be a different bank account or if it's being mailed out. So check every single account you have, check your mailbox, check your bank accounts, and continue to, of course, check your Direct Express card because the IRS seems to be a little disorganized. Once again, we shouldn't be surprised at this point, but guys, those checks should be coming soon, hopefully in the next few days, but the majority of you should have them in the next few weeks at the very latest. Now, regarding that $200 per month stimulus boost, and quite frankly, Social Security benefits in general, currently it's looking like Democrats will have to use that budget reconciliation process, which would not require any Republican vote, but would probably take a lot longer to get done. However, some Democrats like Bernie Sanders are still fighting to have that filibuster rule removed, which would then allow Democrats to approve these things with just a 51 majority vote in the Senate, and basically Republicans would not be able to stop them using this filibuster rule. However, President Biden is not in favor of removing the filibuster completely, and Mitch McConnell has came out and said that this would be a scorched earth Senate, that Republicans would further find other sneaky ways to not allow Democrats to get anything done, basically in protest if they removed this filibuster rule. So President Biden has said he does not want that to happen, but he is in favor of reforming the filibuster rule, essentially making it harder for Republicans to filibuster them unless they actually stood on the Senate floor and continuously spoke for hours or even days. Because currently, this filibuster rule is almost a passive tool that Republicans can use to essentially veto anything Democrats want to do without using budget reconciliation. And this is why Joe Biden is in favor of reforming that filibuster rule, because then Democrats might be able to pass this monthly boost and Social Security benefits reform with just their 51 vote majority in the Senate. Now, Bernie Sanders continues to fight to remove this rule. And guys, let's watch this video, take a look and see what Bernie Sanders had to say. Then we're going to discuss President Biden's current plan to reform Social Security benefits and if it is enough to actually get the job done.
President Biden also suggested one slight reform to the Senate filibuster, requiring a senator like you or any other senator to actually talk and hold the floor if he or she is calling for a filibuster. How far would that go, do you believe, Senator Sanders, in addressing the dysfunction in the Senate process?
Well, when you mention that, I'm thinking back that some years ago I was on the floor for 8.5 hours talking about a tax bill. So I've been there and done that. But I don't know. I don't know. I happen to think that at the end of the day, we have to end the filibuster. I think that the crises facing the American people are of such magnitude that we need to act. And it is unacceptable that when the American people want to do something like raising the minimum wage or dealing with health care or dealing with education, et cetera, or demanding that the wealthy stop paying their fair share of taxes, it is just unfair and undemocratic for a minority of the Senate to prevent what the majority of people want in this country, in the House and in the Senate. So that's my view.
Bernie Sanders is essentially arguing that the Republican minority can veto anything Democrats want to do, and he wants to remove this rule or at least modify it so things can still get done. But let me know in the comments what you guys think. It's a very controversial topic, but the bottom line is if the filibuster rule is augmented, it will make it a lot easier for President Biden to approve that monthly stimulus boost and to reform Social Security benefits in general. Now, can Biden's plan fix Social Security long term? Now, I want to walk you guys through this article. It's a Forbes article and it's written by John Schmidt. I want to give him credit because I don't usually walk you through an article this in depth, but I want to share this one with you guys because it's pretty eye opening into Joe Biden's plan and how far it will go to actually protect Social Security benefits. Now, the bottom line of this article is that the rich are not paying their fair share in taxes. Now, the counter argument is that benefits are capped as well. So, for example, someone who makes $1 million, they don't pay Social Security taxes on anything over $142,000. So they stop taxing them, but they also stop increasing their benefit. Anything above that, you do not receive any more of a Social Security benefit when you retire. Now, Democrats argue that the rich should continue to pay into the Social Security system despite the fact that their benefit will be capped when they retire. Now, guys, let me know in the comments if you agree with that. Personally, I do agree with that. I think the Social Security system, it's in the title of the system, social. It is a socialist program. And all of us in this country, I think we could agree that those who are retired and those who are disabled deserve to live a life of dignity. And currently, there's just really no other way to make this happen unless the rich continue to pay a percentage tax just like the rest of us, okay? So even though those benefits will be capped, I do still think their taxes should be increased as well. Now, how the Social Security tax works. I just explained that anyone making over $142,800 per year no longer pays into the Social Security system, and it is capped at $8,853 per year. This is a 6.2% tax. Now, these payments are not saved for that individual and given to them when they retire. These payments immediately go into the system and are basically used to immediately pay people out who are currently retired. This is why we are in trouble, because historically, we have had enough people paying taxes and a lot less people getting benefits to have more money coming in than was coming out. But now, that is not the case. In 2020, we actually had a deficit of $7.5 billion. The reason this is an issue is because when Social Security was created in 1935, for every one person that was retired, we had 160 workers. Currently, that number has dropped to 3 workers for every one person who is retired. Think about that. That kind of highlights exactly why we are in the middle of a crisis and we need Social Security reform. And experts say that currently the way things stand, in 2035, the Social Security Trust Fund will completely run out of reserves, at which point they will be forced to cut benefits to 75% of their current rate. Guys, that is completely ridiculous because those who are on benefits are already forced to either live in poverty or just above poverty level. And I think we would all agree that we need to be doing the opposite. We need to be increasing Social Security benefits, not reducing them. And that is actually exactly what President Biden has promised. And that is why his plan is to tax the rich, not only to protect Social Security benefits as they currently stand, but actually increase them and help our retirees and our disabled live a better life and live a life of dignity. And he campaigned on a promise to increase taxes on those who make $400,000 per year or more, which would only impact 1% of Americans. 99% of you out there would not have any increase in your tax bill, and it would go a long way to help protect benefits. But his plan is far from perfect. It still would not tax anyone between the incomes of $142,000 and $400,000 per year. It would only increase taxes for those who make $400,000 per year or more, but it's a start. It's a huge step in the right direction, and it would create a lot more funding for Social Security benefits. At the same time, for comparison, Medicare tax applies to all, no matter what your income is. Everybody pays their fair share of Medicare tax. Now, despite the fact that this is a step in the right direction, this reform would raise about $750 billion, but it would only shore up funding for benefits for another 5 years. So instead of running out of funding in 2035, we would still run out in 2040. So again, this is a really good step in the right direction, but it is not enough. So we're going to need more reform in the coming years, especially if Biden plans to increase benefits as he outlined in his campaign. Remember, he wants to increase benefits for widows, he wants to increase benefits for those who have been on benefits for 20 years or more, and he also wants to create a minimum benefit rule which ensures that nobody on benefits is forced to live in poverty. So now that the third stimulus check has been approved, President Biden is expected to shift his focus to his Build Back Better economic package, which is focused on creating jobs, rebuilding infrastructure, but also is expected to have some stimulus. And we do hope that he will include that $200 per month stimulus boost for those who are on benefits, as well as his Social Security reform in this package. It definitely will include his tax reform. The question is, will Democrats have to do this through budget reconciliation, which will take a lot longer? Will they try and do it on a bipartisan level with Republicans, which could be done more quickly but is a lot more unlikely to happen, given the fact that Republicans seem to be in unison to vote against anything Democrats try to approve? Or will Democrats augment that filibuster rule to then be able to approve this with a 51 vote majority in the Senate and allow them to get it done more quickly without a single Republican vote? We'll have to wait and see, but I will keep you posted, and we should have a lot of updates in the coming weeks regarding that $200 per month stimulus boost, as well as Social Security benefits reform in general, and Biden's plans to approve that next economic package. But with that said, guys, thank you so much for watching my video. If you made it this far into my video, I want to say thank you. It truly goes a long way in supporting my work. The longer you watch my videos and the more you watch my videos, the more YouTube will then promote my videos to everyone else on YouTube. So thank you so much for supporting my work. And guys, stay strong out there. Help is coming soon. That third stimulus check should be hitting your account soon. So please like this video if you like this content. Don't forget to subscribe and share it with anybody who you think might find this helpful. So until the next video, take care and have a great day.